Good evening and welcome to the 18U Boys Volleyball Provincial Championships live from the Abbotsford Tradex Center. I'm Kyle Donan alongside Dan Caverly, and we have the Fraser Valleys taking on Kelowna, the finals here at the 18U Provincial Championships. So Dan, what's your prediction for tonight's game?
Well, more experience-wise, Fraser Valley would have the better odds. However, Kelowna has less injuries.
Yeah, injuries have definitely plagued Fraser Valley this year. They've got 3 different guys that are missing from the lineup, but they got past a very, very dominant focus team this year that just ran into some trouble against Fraser Valley earlier today.
Yeah, they took out Focus, and Kelowna just took out, who did they just beat?
Kelowna beat Victoria, I believe.
Yeah, a little bit of an easier game.
All right, so the first serve comes up. And on the outside, a big swing through the block, and we'll expect to see a lot of power from both of these teams as the offense is what's got them here. We'll see if defense can play a factor in this game as well.
That was a kill from Isaac Smith, going to TRU next year.
And the first serve goes into the net for Lobson. And now Calder Funk will go back to serve for Fraser Valley. A float serve. Into the middle, a big swing, but it goes out of bounds as Hansen couldn't find the back line.
Pretty good pass on the middle serve. He's a 17-year-old playing up this year. Another float serve.
Lobson goes to the backside, off the hands, and looks to go out of bounds, but they're saying off the antenna as well, off the block. So Kelowna will get the point, and they tie the game at 2.
Yeah, set on the right side might be a bit dangerous there with the bigger block. Number 15 going to Trinity next year, Aaron Betcher.
A tip there picked up by Kelowna. On the outside, a big cross-court swing, and block can't make the dig. As Kelowna's starting to roll here offensively.
Devin Gote with his first kill.
Pass there by Block, a tip shot there from Dreger. He's dug. On the outside, a big swing down the line, and that takes the back line there. A big swing and a score for Devin Cote.
Second kill in a row. Fraser Valley's definitely going to have to stop that guy if they want a better chance at coming back in this game.
Yeah, they don't need that big stuff block. They just need to slow the ball down and allow themselves to play a transition ball to score. And a back row violation there from the setter, Jake Hagan, as he crosses the plane trying to make that set. As Kelowna opens up a 5-2 lead here over Fraser Valley. On the outside, Betcher, he's dug. Lobson pushes it out to Cote. Into the big block. Kelowna recovers it. And a free ball coming here for Fraser Valley.
Ooh, sketchy pass there.
And a great dig. Kelowna saves it and tips it back into play, almost out of bounds there, as they recycle it once again, and this one goes off the block of Betcher and out of bounds, and it's now a 6-2 lead, and Fraser Valley is going to take an early timeout here as Kelowna's off to a hot start.
That's another wipe off Betcher. I didn't know if it would be a good idea going after his block, considering he's one of the bigger players on that team, but it's working for him.
Yeah, he seems to be a little, almost too focused on his height of his block rather than the press on that, and that's giving an opportunity for Kelowna to play that ball off the block and out of bounds, and so far they've been able to do it a couple times. And we're just getting into this first set, the 18U final here at the Provincial Championships, live from the Abbotsford Tradex Center, and this facility has been great for this tournament for a number of years now, and it's amazing how many different games and how many teams we cram into this place on a given weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. We both played here, didn't we?
Yeah, a couple times. It's been a while since I've been here, but I definitely remember it. I think the concrete was a little sore on my knees back when I was playing.
I definitely remember the atmosphere being a lot more intense than your average tournament, just because the Tradex can hold so many teams. so many different levels at the same time.
Yeah, you get so many different people watching from every different angle, and it definitely makes for a great atmosphere. Great touch there off the block, off Betcher's swing. And then onto the right side, Duncan gets blocked there by Betcher. Finally, he gets out to the right spot and presses just in time.
Yeah, he wasn't gonna let that happen another time after those first two.
That float serve goes out of bounds as Dickey lets it go.
That's from number 17, Tim Edge, going to Thompson Rivers University next year.
A float serve, another one sails long for Kelowna this time, as Hansen misses his first serve attempt. Betcher now to serve for Fraser Valley, and that one sails long as well, as both teams seem to be dealing with a little bit of nerves here in the early going.
Yeah, they can't be missing any more serves if they want to come back from a deficit. That's literally making it impossible for them.
Another float serve passed up by Block onto the outside, off the hands. A good dig from Duncan. Into the middle, a tip shot and a nice dig from Betcher. Scramble play back and forth, some great defense here as Cote goes off the block, another dig. And the free ball coming here for Kelowna. Lobson out to Cote, off the block, and that's out of bounds. Another big kill for Cote as Kelowna goes up 9-4 here in the early going.
That's his third for the match now.
Duncan now goes back to serve.
It's a really good start for Kelowna considering they haven't been in a final yet throughout their age group progressing to 18U.
Yeah, definitely a big achievement, and so far you can see it from their reactions. They're pumped up and ready to go and happy to be in this position right now. And so far, even though they're not considered probably the home team, being a little farther away, it seems to be the emotions that they're riding in this game so far.
Absolutely, and they have a really good start from Devin Cote. They didn't tell me where he was going next year, so he's kind of a shock for me. I haven't seen him play. I haven't watched much of these teams before now, but he's doing great.
Yeah, well, if he hasn't been picked up by somebody playing in this game and continuing to do well, will probably catch somebody's eyes. So I'm sure there's a lot of university coaches and college coaches that are here to watch, as well as potentially watching on this live stream as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not a bad game to play well in.
Definitely. Now would be the time. As Liam Duncan goes back to serve, he puts the float ball in play. Onto the outside, Heppel down the line, a great dig there, and a chase, but it's going to go into the stands here as they just run out of room.
That's a really nice attempt to save that. If the ball goes outside the antenna, you're allowed to play it back on your side, outside the antenna again.
That would have been huge for Kelowna to recover it, but they still hold a 5-point lead here as Dreger takes his serve.
Going to UFE next year.
Cross-court swing there. Cote scores again in front of Dreger. And now Cote will go back to serve.
Usually left sides like taking advantage of the middle digger. If they're serving, they're going to play defense in 5, and usually the hit goes there and scores because it's not the defensive specialist.
Well, it worked out that time. I'm sure he'll be trying it again. Cote with the spin serve. An easy pass, a dump shot picked up easily. And a tip shot there dug as well for Fraser Valley. Big cross-court swing there from number 13, Carson Heppel. His brother, Braden Heppel, one of the injured players on this Fraser Valley team, as Fraser Valley has struggled with some significant injuries for most of this season.
Yeah, absolutely. His brother's recruited to Trinity, injured right now, and he's taken the reins from him. Scored his first kill of the match.
Big swing on the outside as Smith is dug. Another big swing from Heppel, and that one goes off the block and out of bounds as Fraser Valley gets a couple back here. And it's now a 4-point game.
Yeah, they could really use another point right now.
Jake Hagan with the float serve, off the tape, and that scores for a point as Lobson can't recover it. As Fraser Valley now starts to build some momentum.
That could be a big momentum swing. A serve off the net is really unfortunate. And there's kind of not much you can do about it sometimes, and that's just an easy point.
That's an even better shot there from Schmidt as he goes down for the tip kill.
It's the second kill of the match.
And a substitution here as Tanner Johnson will check into the game here for Kelowna. And he'll go back to serve now.
He's been recruited to CBC next year. I haven't seen him play much, but let's see if we can do something for his team.
On the outside, a big swing, but a better block, and Fraser Valley recovers it. From the back row, Cote cross court, dug by block. Tracked down, and Fraser Valley again gives the free ball. Lobson onto the outside, Schmidt with a big swing, and Betcher's caught up a little bit too tight on that one. That six-pack spot, you got to be caught a little deep or you're going to take one right in the face. Johnson again to serve. Good pass there from Block. Onto the right side, a great touch from Schmidt. Now he gets it on the outside, takes a roll shot. He's dug by Hagen. Again off the hands, another good dig, this time from Cote. Kelowna tracks it down, throws it over. Fraser Valley now with a chance. A big swing, but that one goes out of bounds as Tim Edge looking for the touches right away, but it's not going to get him.
Great job from the blockers on Kelowna. Number 8, Smith on the left side, getting some kills and then getting some slowdowns for his teams, keeping the rally alive, and then letting FEVC hit the ball out.
This one scores for Heppel on the right side this time, as he'll now go back to serve for Fraser Valley. As it's 14-9 here, Kelowna is still holding on to that early lead that they built up.
Heppel to serve. Recruited to Douglas next year. He's had 3 kills this match and into the net.
Now Lobson will go back to serve for Kelowna here.
Lobson, the setter. Nice float serve.
Hagen goes to his right side, a big swing, and that one goes off the arms of Cote and out of bounds. And Coach Paul Thiessen a little unhappy with that one. He looked like he wanted that dig.
That was Tim Edge with the kill?
Yes, it was.
His first of the match.
Lobson on the right side, a big swing off the hands, a good slow down ball for Fraser Valley. Another big swing, Cote's there this time. On the power side, Schmidt goes off the hands. Hagen pops it up into the middle. Another good dig for Cote. Again, off the hands down the line, Hagen again tracks it. A roll shot over the block. Lobson tries the right side this time, and he is roofed there by Betcher on the outside as Fraser Valley gets a huge block kill.
Yeah, after those first couple tools on Betcher, he's been doing a good job. Number 5, the middle serving and then making 2 sets during that rally, those are crucial.
Yeah, those are the types of transition balls that win you game at any level, never mind the 18U. A big swing off the block. Hagen tracks it down but runs out of room as Duncan comes up with a big kill. Float serve down the line, a good pass from Heppel onto the outside. A tip right into the pot.
Ooh, he was there too.
He went for the unorthodox pancake on that one, and it didn't really work.
Yeah, he looked pretty upset with himself there, but he assured his team, my bad, I'll get the next one.
Float serve again into the net as Kelowna still holds a 5-point lead here, up 17-12.
Yeah, they're definitely not helping themselves very much with those missed serves. They need those to come back.
As Adam Kern checks back into the game for Kelowna. Hagen finds his middle. A good dig in the backcourt there for Kelowna. And then a big block there from Dreger as he gets all the way to the outside. That's a good recovery play there from the big middle after getting getting dug by Kelowna. He comes back and blocks him to get a point. And a bigger swing this time from Cote coming into the inside. No chance for the libero on that backcourt attempt.
That's 5 kills now for Cote in one set. That means he's doing great, especially in a provincial final. You're going to need a guy that can get the kill when you set him.
As Liam Duncan now will go back to serve for Kelowna here. Onto the outside, Heppel goes hard cross court, a good touch. But Kelowna just runs out of room there. Schmidt tries to track it down, but runs right into the bleachers.
Yeah, that was a good dig in a regular gym, but with the sport court being limited, here it's not going to help.
Treasure with a good float serve, this time into the net.
Yeah, with Fraser Valley being the experienced team here, it's kind of interesting seeing Kelowna play so well and not miss as many serves. Maybe it might be the injuries getting to them, or just the big win over Focus, who was supposed to be in this final right now.
The outside again, Heppel into the block, and again out of bounds. As Heppel's having a strong game here for Fraser Valley, seems to be picking up the slack offensively.
Yeah, that was his 4th kill of the match.
Jake Hagan now to serve for Fraser Valley. The float serve popped up easily by Cote. Schmidt takes a big swing, and that one's out of bounds off the hands.
Kind of a ballsy swing there, hitting directly into the hands of the line blocker down the line. And kind of getting lucky, but when you're aggressive, you're going to get lucky like that sometimes.
Yeah, especially at this level, too. A lot of guys aren't strong enough or experienced enough to know to turn that hand far enough around, and it's just not able to create the opportunity that they're looking for.
And a net touch. Coach looks upset about that, doesn't really think the net violation should have counted, but the referee not letting it go.
As Greg Lee checks into the game for Fraser Valley now, and Kern will serve for Kelowna. Onto the right side, big swing from Heppel, but a better block by Schmidt, combined with Cole Hansen, as they now go up 22-15 and are 3 points away from taking this first set.
Yeah, Kelowna was definitely ready for them to set Heppel there. With Greg getting subbed in and being a younger player, he's only 17. Kelowna had a solid double block up on Heppel there.
From the back row, this one goes out of bounds as well, as Kelowna is now just 2 points away from taking a 1-0 lead. Onto the outside again, just down the line, but out of bounds, as Kelowna continues to force Fraser Valley to make errors at the beginning of the set and now down the stretch to finish it off, as they're 1 point away from taking that first set.
Yeah, at this point in the game, you can't be making any errors, especially if you want to come back, and he looked pretty upset with himself after that error.
Again on the outside, goes through the hands this time as Tim Edge gets another kill for Fraser Valley.
Yeah, he wasn't going to hit another one out the side there. Used the block, and it worked out for him.
Heppel now to serve. Popped up by Schmidt. Out of the pipe, Cote tries to roll it into play, and they're saying touches off the block as Kelowna takes the first set here, 25-16. Surprising, it wasn't that much closer. I think we were expecting a much closer set. But so far, Kelowna looks to be rolling and looks in control.
Yeah, Fraser Valley's definitely a little nervous. They got some injuries, and you can definitely tell they're not playing full strength right now. So we'll see if they can turn that around next set.
Well, we'll take a short break. We'll be back with the second set of the 18U Boys Provincial Championships live from the Abbotsford Tradex Center. All right, welcome back inside the Abbotsford Tradex Center for the 18U Boys Volleyball Provincial Championships second set action here. I'm Kyle Donan alongside Dan Caverly with the call for today's game, as Fraser Valley took the first set easily. Kelowna took the first set easily, and we'll maybe look to see if Fraser Valley can rebound here. Don't seem to be any changes on Fraser Valley's side or Kelowna's side here, so exactly the same lineup that we saw to start the game. And as we talked about earlier, Fraser Valley not having much of a bench to go to. As Reed Lobson gets it started here for Kelowna. Hagen onto the outside, and a good first swing there from Tim Edge as he goes off the hands of Duncan and out of bounds.
Yeah, that's always a smart play. Whenever there's a big block, there's always the option to tool it.
And now Heppel will serve for Fraser Valley here. Spin serve, good pass there from Schmidt into the middle. Hagen makes the dig. Fraser Valley tracks it down, has to give the free ball. An X play there and a big swing by Duncan, and they're calling a net on Fraser Valley as well. That's a big kill, and that should give Kelowna even more life here in this second set.
Yeah, Duncan's been pretty quiet this game so far, but that's a really big kill, and that's going to give your team some momentum.
Float serve here coming from Schmidt, but that one goes into the net. And now Calder Funk will go back to serve here for Fraser Valley. The float serve and a good pass by Dickey onto the outside. Cote with the cross-court swing and nobody home. As Cote continues to roll here in this second set after getting quite a few kills in that first set.
Yeah, that was his 7th of the game, and then he got a one-on-one there, which is never good with a guy that's that hot, and there's not really much you could do about that swing.
Float serve here by Hansen. Hagen goes to the right side, and a great touch dig there from Lobson as Fraser Valley resets. And a good deep swing there from Betcher as he goes over the hands into deep 6 as Fraser Valley regains the lead 3-2.
Yeah, going over the hands is a really good option, especially if you can get as high as Betcher does.
And another missed serve here for Fraser Valley, as so far missed serves have really plagued Fraser Valley early, and Kelowna keeps taking advantage of it. Liam Duncan to serve, he floats it in. Hagen to the outside, cross-court dig there from Dickey, a good one. Lobson finds Cote, he tips and scores for the kill. As Kelowna continues to build momentum, making a big dig off that kind of swing will do wonders for your team at this point.
Yeah, and also having a guy like Cote that's just killing the ball at will. He's hitting, he's tipping, he's doing everything he can, and it's all working, so that's always great.
Lobson to the right side now. And that one almost goes down. A nice pancake dig there from Heppel, and a free ball coming now for Kelowna. An overpass there from Duncan. He can't believe it as he gives his head a shake as Fraser Valley gets one back here, and now Betcher will go back to serve with the game tied at 4. Float serve, passed up by Cote. Into the middle, looking to go straight down is Kern, but he puts it right into the net.
That's 2 errors now coming in a row from Kelowna, so maybe their inexperience is starting to show, or maybe Fraser Valley's doing some pushing now that's making them do that.
A big overpass there and a put-away shot there from Hagen as Fraser Valley now starts to take some momentum as they put a little pressure on Kelowna, something they weren't able to do in that opening set.
Yeah, absolutely. 2 overpasses and an error is gonna put more pressure on your team for the consecutive points.
A good touch there in the back row from Edge, but not good enough as Fraser Valley gives one back here, and Cote now will go back to serve for Kelowna. Cote with the spin serve. Into the middle, Dreger, he's dug. From the back row, Cote goes into the net. As Fraser Valley gets one back here again.
Seems like it's complete opposite of the first match. Kelowna had all the life in the first match, and now it's Fraser Valley's turn.
Good pass from Cote. Schmidt with a big swing, and seems to be very little difference when we go from Cote to Schmidt in the front row for Kelowna, as both power hitters have been doing a really good job. Adam Kern now to serve for Kelowna. On the right side, a big swing there from the back row is Betcher as he comes flying out.
Yeah, having no block is making it easy. That's a lot of props to the setter, but also a good kill from Betcher there.
Jake Hagan now to serve. He puts the float ball in. Schmidt with the good pass into the middle, and that's a good swing there from Hansen as he gets all of it on that one.
Yeah, really good run from the setter there too. Both setters doing a really good job this match.
Reed Lobson now to serve. Hagan pushes it out to edge. He tips a nice dig from Lobson.
Ooh, the jump set out of the middle.
It almost worked. It was the right idea. It faked everybody out, just wasn't able to get a good enough swing on that right side spot from Duncan.
Yeah, it was a little bit tight, just into the hands of the Fraser Valley blocker, and Kelowna had to put the ball into the block.
A good pass there from Dickey on the outside. Duncan goes off the block. They're saying out of bounds into the antenna. As Fraser Valley now opens up a 3-point lead. They're leading 10-7 here as Kelowna's going to take their first time out, and really the first time they've looked a little bit uneven so far in this match.
Yeah, Fraser Valley's got all guns firing right now. They've been through injuries. They've just upset a really good team, and they really want to win this Provincial, so they're putting it all on the line in the second set after that first set. Slow start. They're doing a good job now.
Yeah, Fraser Valley really has settled in, and I think what they were lacking in that first set just seemed to be their emotion. They didn't seem to really be into the game. Maybe they didn't have much to cheer about either, but regardless of whether you're down or you're winning, you got to find that extra bit of energy to help get you through the match.
Yeah, absolutely. Before play starts, we can shout out to our sponsors, Baden, TradeX, Born 3 Eggs, Capilano University, Volleyball Canada, and we'll give you guys some more later.
Thanks for that, Dan.
No problem.
As Heppel now goes back to serve here for Fraser Valley. Just out of the timeout, a good first serve. Lobson with the good set, a nice save from Betcher. A bit of a scramble play here. It still stays alive here as Kelowna now gets the chance. A tip shot, and Betcher reaches over to put it straight down for the block.
That's a really nice block. He went up, he penetrated, but he kept his eyes open, so when the ball got tipped, he could reach forward and grab it and then toss it down.
A spin serve here from Heppel. Another good pass from Dickey. And this time they're saying that he reached over the net to take away that ball.
Yeah, it looked like the set wasn't quite coming over the net, and instead of letting it fall on Kelowna's side, he reached over and put it down himself, which you aren't allowed to do. They're going to argue that, but looks like the ref's standing firm with their call.
Schmidt now to serve here for Kelowna. He goes short. On the power side, a hard cross-court swing. And Lobson again runs out of room here as Betcher gets another one on the board.
Really nice swing there. When you get as high as Betcher does, you can hit a sharper angle, and he had a solid double block on him, but he got enough height and angle to hit around that block anyways, and the libero just couldn't defend it.
Another good pass from Cote into the middle, and a good swing there from Duncan. As Kelowna's done a really good job of mixing up their set attempts and swings, and it's made it very difficult for Fraser Valley to defend them.
Yeah, that's really nice after going to your big swingers, mixing it up with the middle and connecting well and having them be able to hit a nice swing off of it.
And another good pass there. This time from the back row, Heppel takes a swing and he scores for a point. As Fraser Valley continues to hold a bit of a lead here in this second set, one they need to send to a third. Another good serve from Edge. Hagen goes to Edge from the back row as Fraser Valley continues to build momentum here. 14-9 now in the second set, as Edge will go back to serve again here for Fraser Valley.
Really nice mix-ups from Hagen, the setter of Fraser Valley, going back row twice in a row, both getting single or no blocks on them.
That serve goes out of bounds, but an aggressive one at that is... That's one thing that's been good for Fraser Valley, even though they've missed a number of serves. They've served very aggressive when they put it in play. Hagen now to Betcher, over top of the block and in for a kill in 6. As he'll now go back to serve here for the Valley.
He's starting to do a lot for his team this set. He's got a couple OT kills, another cross-court kill, and looks like Fraser Valley has a lot of options they can go to this set.
Another good swing, but a better dig from Edge as Hagen has to give the free ball. Cote now, off the block, a dig from Edge. Heppel tips and scores as Fraser Valley pushes ahead here, 16-10 now.
Yeah, really nice play after all the hits Fraser Valley's been having to mix it up and put in a tip and have a kill.
A short ball into the middle. Another easy dig here for Fraser Valley. Heppel takes a swing, and that one scores for a point as well.
It is never a bad idea to swing as hard as you can, deep corner.
So far, Heppel has been very successful with that today. Although we're referring to yourself, I know I've seen you do it a number of times.
Yeah, I'm old now. That's pretty much all I do. I don't want to do anything.
That's your go-to shot, is what you're saying?
I guess so.
Is it any different when you play beach? It must be, right?
Yeah, I don't really swing during beach, but...
Only roll shots.
Yeah. If you only roll shot in this game, though, people seem to pick that up, considering there's more people on the court.
True. Although I've seen your roll shots, you probably could pick this group apart pretty good, I would think. Am I giving you too much praise here?
Yeah, let's talk about these players.
Okay, fine. All right, 17-10 here as Kelowna goes into their second timeout here. And it looks like we're on our way to a potential third set, as Kelowna just seems to be down in this second set after coming out very strong in the first.
Yeah, Fraser Valley's got a lot of options right now. Hagen's doing a really good job setting, spreading the ball around, and a lot of his hitters are playing well right now. So Kelowna's gonna need to figure something out for getting momentum to go back into the third set or come back in this set.
And one of the guys who's been doing most of the damage is Betcher, as he's back on the service line now for Fraser Valley. As we get back to the action. A tight ball, Lobson pushes it down on Dreger, pushes last, and the smaller setter gets the point for Kelowna.
It always makes you feel good when your setter gets a point like that against a big middle blocker.
Yeah, it's a very good feeling. Maybe it'll fire up Lobson here to help get his team rallied. Cote now with the big spin serve. That one goes into the net. And Dreger now will go back to serve. On the outside, Schmidt with a big swing looks to go through the seam there. That's a huge point for Kelowna and one they desperately needed.
Yeah, Kelowna setting a little bit of pace on that ball so that the middle couldn't get there in time. Didn't close off the block, left the seam for the swing, and it's an easy kill.
As Tanner Johnson checks into the game now for Kelowna. Passed by Edge on the right side again. Betcher's all alone, but he's dug. Schmidt then takes a swing, looking for the hands, doesn't find him. And it's now 19-12. Jake Hagan now to serve for Fraser Valley. Into the middle, Doug. From the right side, Edge stalls a little bit, but still makes a good swing. Then out of the middle, a good slow down there from Funk. Edge with a big swing, but a bigger block there as Cole Hansen gets everything on that one.
Yeah, with a one-on-one block, you need to be taking up as much space as you can, and he did just that.
Lobson now with the serve. Hagan on the outside to Edge down the line. A great dig from Lobson as Kelowna gives the free ball, but they call a ball handling call on Kelowna here.
That set seemed borderline.
That's why I didn't stop. I thought it was fine. A good pass there from Dickey onto the outside. Duncan goes off the hands of Heppel as again he was caught creeping up. He was almost 3 feet into the court on that dig.
Yeah, when you don't get a solid double block, sometimes the defenders tend to go where they feel like, and he just guessed wrong that time.
Schmidt now to serve. He goes short at Edge. Hagan pushes it out, and Betcher swings sharp cross court and scores for a big kill. And that's just a ball that doesn't seem to be stopped by Kelowna right now. Ironically, it'd just be a simple reach inside, and it would be a huge block.
Yeah, he's like that swing. I've seen him do it earlier today against Focus. I've seen him do it a number of times this game, and it's been working for him, so good for him.
As Greg Lee checks into the game for Fraser Valley. Dreger tips it over. Cote takes a big swing through the hands, and it goes down for a point. 15-21, Fraser Valley still leads.
Cote's going to want to do a lot more this set if they want to get momentum to bring them up before the end or even to start that third set. He's been doing a lot for his team this game, and he's going to need to continue doing it if they seems like they look to him for when they need a point.
And that one looked wide, but they call it in for another kill for Betcher. He's really heated up here in this second set. Didn't seem to have as much success in that first. Was actually tipping and rolling a lot of shots, but he's swinging on everything in this set and having some great success with it. Big serve from Edge into the roof, but it stays alive as we play off the roof here. Then Hagan tries the dump, puts it right into the net though as Kelowna takes one back here, and it's now just a 6-point game.
I actually forgot they were allowed to play off the roof. I haven't even seen it yet this tournament because the roof's so high here.
That's definitely rare in this gym. Or gym, I mean trade X.
Yeah, that must have been a really hard swing and a little bit of force added with that dig.
A tip shot there from Schmidt scores as Kelowna is starting to build some momentum back, and this is what they need to do, whether they come back here to get this set or they just build that momentum to take into the third.
Yeah, you can definitely see how both these teams are in the final. They've got good mix-ups, they've got hits, they've got tips, they've got good control.
And they're calling that tip down.
Looked like he got a piece of it, but wasn't enough.
Referee's discretion, right?
Yeah, a lot of the times my digs are down, but they're just like, oh, close enough. They'll never know.
Never know. As Cote gets another big kill for Kelowna as they stay alive here. Fraser Valley just needs 2 to send this to a third and deciding set, and it'd be fitting to see it go to a third to be decided.
As of right now, Fraser Valley's got all guns a-blazing, so it's going to be really tough for Kelowna to come back this set but looks like they've got a bit of momentum going into that third. If they get another, Fraser Valley gets another point there.
Yep, 24. They're now just 1 point away, 24-18.
Game point to tie it up.
Good serve there from Dreger. Schmidt takes a swing off the hands and out of bounds, and Kelowna's alive for at least one more. Adam Kern to serve here. He puts the float ball in, passed up by Edge. Onto the right side, Betcher. A good dig from Cote. And Schmidt can't save it as it's 25-19. We're going to a third.
Real nice job from Fraser Valley to come back after that first set loss. It wasn't really like much was going well for them, and now it's the complete turnaround of that.
So before we take a break, predictions for the third.
Right now I gotta say Fraser Valley.
All right, I'm gonna go Kelowna. We'll go opposites on this. We'll be back with the final result here coming up at the 18U Boys Volleyball Provincial Championships live from the Abbotsford Tradex Center. All right, welcome back for third set action here at the 18U Boys Volleyball Provincial Championships live from the Abbotsford Tradex Center. I'm Kyle Donan alongside Dan Caverly with the call. As we're in a third set, I'm calling Kelowna, Dan's calling Fraser Valley. It's been tight all the way, although really one set apiece. But Kelowna dominated really the first set. Fraser Valley took advantage in the second, and I think the first couple points here are going to tell us what's going to happen in this third.
Yeah, unless they decide to both go all out and we have a really good game, which is what the fans want to see right now.
It's what the people want.
Give the people what they want.
That's right. And the first swing attempt goes into the net for Kelowna.
Yeah, that set looked a little bit low for the middle, and he didn't have enough time to fix it.
Heppel to serve again here for Fraser Valley. Passed up by Dickey. Right side is Schmidt, can't get there, and 2 tough points here for Kelowna to start this set, and they're already behind the 8 ball.
Yeah, this is why I picked Fraser Valley as my prediction, because they had all the momentum in the last set, and Kelowna seems like they haven't snapped out of it for this set.
And another one goes down for a point here as a 3-0 lead here early for Fraser Valley.
Yeah, not much you can do about a serve going straight into the corner, hit full speed.
Popped up straight by Dickey on the right side. Schmidt looking down the line, and they're saying out of bounds, no touch.
That kind of looked in from here, but obviously the ref's got a better angle than us.
That's a really tough start here for Kelowna. I'm not sure I agree with that set choice. That was as a tough set choice, a tight ball on probably Fraser Valley's biggest block on that power side.
Yeah, especially the first set of the game, Kelowna had some points off them, but since then they haven't had much luck and didn't seem like a good time to do that.
4-0 lead here for Fraser Valley off the serving of Braden Heppel, Carson Heppel, brother, as Heppel's put up a couple big serves here, and so far it's put Kelowna on their heels, and they can't seem to get that passing they've been used to seeing and get that separation for their outside hitters. As both teams now step back onto the floor after the Kelowna timeout. Heppel will serve for Fraser Valley. The spin ball off the tape. Schmidt tracks it down. Duncan now, he rolls it in. Edge, big swing through the block and down. 5-0 for Fraser Valley here in this third and deciding set.
Really good start for Fraser Valley. They get the first timeout taken from Kelowna, and then he puts a serve in again, almost a snibbler point, but they dig it and then manage to get the point anyways.
Another free ball here for Fraser Valley. On the right side, rolled into play, lobs in the dig. Schmidt, tip, a nice dig there from Hagen. And a roll shot coming here, but no, it scores.
Not much is going wrong for Fraser Valley at this point. Kelowna needs something special to get them back into this game. 6-0, that's a really good start.
And that just got Fraser Valley all riled up. I guess they're not used to seeing Calder Funk get a roll shot for a kill, because it's like that was the first time he had ever done it. Heppel again to serve. 6-0 here in the third for Fraser Valley. The right side, Schmidt, a nice shot there. And that's something they needed as they get their first point of this third set.
It's funny, Kelowna just tipped it and Fraser Valley dug it, and Kelowna decided to tip again, and that time it worked.
Schmidt now to serve. Hagen on the outside. This time into the block for Betcher. He tracks it down. Edge the tip shot. Dickey makes the dig. Right side there. And that one goes out of bounds. As Huber can't get that ball to drop. That's his first swing attempt in this game, and unfortunately his team really needed it. Dreger puts another one down, 8-1.
No, but they call a net touch.
No reaction from Fraser Valley, so I think he was trying to get away with that one.
Yeah, that usually happens when they score a point. They usually just don't show the ref anything, and then the ref makes the call, and then they realize they did it all along.
Tanner Johnson now to serve. And that's an ace for Tanner Johnson. That's a huge point there for Kelowna, as they need to get as many as they can here before we switch sides.
Yeah, a nice ace like that gets you a little bit of momentum that's really needed right now.
Hagen tries to save it, but that's a back row set, and that's going to cause Fraser Valley now to take a timeout. 7-4. A quick run here by Kelowna has them back within striking distance.
Yeah, and anything can happen at this point. As you can see, big run for Fraser Valley, and now a big run could just as easily happen for Kelowna.
Yeah, and at this level especially, you know, it's a game. It's always a game of runs. Doesn't happen nearly as much in the college or university levels. Teams are much better at stopping those runs, but especially at this age, it's no surprise to see a 3-point lead disappear very quickly. We can take a second here to thank a couple other sponsors of ours. Sports Action Pictures, Canuck Volleyball, Castle Fun Park, High Street Shops, Power Plant Whole Foods, Athletes in Action.
And Darren Ware Performance Training. I know him personally, so I got to say that one.
Yes, you did. As Betcher goes cross court and scores again here for Fraser Valley.
We discussed that shot, didn't we?
Yes, we did. Reach and press. Reach and press. That's all we need from Kelowna. It's not like they don't have the big guys to do it. It's just one quick little press into that inside spot, and they're going to get that kill or get that block. As the team switch sides here, Fraser Valley leads 8-4. And Kelowna's going to need a bit of a spark here to try and get back into this. My guess would be that Kelowna needs to try and get Cote the ball a few more times here and try and see if he can catch fire.
Yeah, as soon as something like that happens, it just inspires confidence in the rest of the team, and they could really use that right now. Especially because the third set is to 15 points, and with a game this short, you need that right now.
The big serve by Edge goes into the net. That's one Kelowna needed, and now they're back within 3. With Liam Duncan checking back into the game to serve for Kelowna. Duncan with the float ball. Edge almost forgets to set it. Then Schmidt makes a nice dig out of the back row. Cote into the block and down for a point for Fraser Valley as Betcher gets another big block on that power side.
And you can see why Trinity recruited him. He's getting up, he's getting blocks, he's pressing hard, and he's getting the kills.
That float serve goes into the net as he keeps Kelowna in the game here. 9-6, Fraser Valley leads by 3. Cote now to serve for Kelowna. A dump attempt there by Hagen goes out of bounds, and it's now a 2-point game.
Just like that, Kelowna's closing the gap.
A pass there by Edge. Hagen on the outside to Heppel. He's blocked, and that brings Kelowna back into the game. It's a 1-point game now, and Kelowna's all riled up.
Looks like they're giving the fans what we wanted. Tight third set game all the way.
Cote continues to serve here for Kelowna. 9-8. Not a hard serve, but good enough as it catches the back line just in front of Betcher there. And now Fraser Valley burns a timeout.
Yeah, sometimes it's not how hard you hit it, it's where you hit it, and that was the right spot to hit it.
I don't know if he was purposely putting it there. It looked like he might have mishit it a little bit, but either way, it was a perfect spot at that time.
I say we give it to him.
He planned it all along. Either way, he's got his team back into this game. They were down by as many as 5 points at one point.
Might have been 6-0 even.
I think you're right, actually. You might be right. You got me there. But either way, it's been a great comeback, and it, like you said,
either way, your prediction team is doing work right now.
Yeah, they're back in it. They didn't look so good to start, but they're back in it here. As 9-9, we're about the halfway point, and now it's a race to 15. As Kelowna seems to have the momentum back in their favor, and this next point could be crucial. Float serve this time by Cote. Heppel. Big swing inside set there for Heppel as he comes right out of the power side inside to be able to score that point.
Blockers moved in a little bit with him, but not enough, and he was able to hit the sideline just around the block, just in the court.
Dreger with a good float serve. On the outside, Schmidt with the roll shot in front of Edge as he just got stuck in his shoes there, couldn't move.
Really smart play by Edge there. The ball was a bit behind him, set wasn't the greatest, and he decided to roll it, which is what I would have done, just because you don't have all that power to go off the block and get lucky.
And now Adam Kern will serve for Kelowna. Edge with the pass. Onto the right side. Betcher goes into the net now as Kelowna has their first lead of this third set. Heppel comes inside this time again, but the set wasn't there for him. Schmidt now takes advantage of it for Kelowna. 12-10. Kelowna leads here. A great comeback, but they still got some work to do.
The net might have helped them out a little bit on that swing there, hitting the tape, catching a little bit of upward motion, and then the libero wasn't able to dig it.
Edge with the pass. Onto the power side, Heppel off the hands. Cote with a great dig. Fraser Valley now has a chance. Heppel through the block and down. A great recovery swing there from Heppel, able to score after Cote made a great dig on Kelowna's side.
Yeah, after running that inside set, killing it, running that inside set, not connecting, and then running it one more time, it's nice to have it go down.
Schmidt from the right side. A great set play there from Kelowna as Schmidt started to head towards the middle of the court and then booked it outside. Almost a modified step around look there. And
yeah, definitely one of the bigger hits I've seen this match too.
Yeah, and Fraser Valley just wasn't ready for it. Hagen. Another dig there for Cote. Forced through. Kelowna has a chance now. Heppel off the block, and Cote can't make the dig this time as Fraser Valley gets one back. It's now 13-12. Kelowna still leads by 1.
And it seems like Heppel's been the go-to guy for Fraser Valley this match, coming out in the clutch right now.
Heppel's serve drops in.
They're trying to call it out, but from here it definitely looked in.
Yeah, I completely agree. I'm seeing a few fans jump up and down on it, but we do have a pretty good view from where we are here, and that was definitely in. It was very, very close, but it was clearly in. So now it's 13-13, and again, still win by 2, so we could see some extra points here.
Yeah, and I'm starting to get at the edge of my seat already. Looks like these fans are too.
And the crowd's getting bigger and bigger as we speak, too, as some of the other games look to be finishing up. This is the final game of action here at the Provincial Championships for this weekend. We will also be back live the following weekend with, I believe, the U16 Provincial Championships.
Yep.
And I think it's only U16 because it's like the biggest age group.
Yeah, 15, 16.
Yeah. Definitely the two of the bigger age groups as far as how many teams there are. As you get older, a lot of players aren't continuing to play, but quite a few good prospects out there in this game. 13-13, right where you want to be. Provincial championship final here for 18U.
And Greg Lee gets subbed into the match. Again, he is 17 years old, so he's playing a year up, and he's in the provincial final.
That one might have been long as well, as Duncan takes a swing. Where did it go? Looks like he went up and over Betcher on that swing attempt. Wasn't a hard hit, just like we talked about earlier, but it was in a perfect spot. Heppel. Hagen onto the right side. Edge tips it. Cote now. Off the block. They track it down. Cote again. Off the hands. And Kelowna wins. Kelowna are the 18U Provincial Championships for boys volleyball. What a finish. What a comeback. The improbable comeback by Kelowna as they take the gold medal.
Yeah, really great job from Kelowna. They hadn't been into a provincial final or a gold medal match at all throughout their years playing for Kelowna, and the one they were in, they decided to win, so great job from them.
And the difference maker at the end of that game, Cote, 2 chances to swing. Both times he went for it. On the Fraser Valley side, they went with a tip. And as soon as they made that tip, I could see the Fraser Valley coach, Ryan Adams, just almost pray. He just did not look happy with the decision that was made there, but nonetheless, a great match and a great finish to the 18U Boys Provincial Championships. Kelowna takes the gold, Fraser Valley the silver, and at this time I do not know the outcome of the bronze, but there will be a bronze medal finisher as well. So overall, your take on this final?
I'm just happy it went to 3 and it was a really good game in the end, won by 2 points. So great job to Kelowna.
I'm just happy I chose the right team. Well, there you have it, the Provincial Championships for 18U boys. Kelowna takes the gold. We'll see you all next weekend at the U16 and U15 Boys and Girls Championships. For Dan Caverly, I'm Kyle Donan. We'll see you next weekend.